has my bowls on it, and then your patient prep sterile gloves, and then the other Mayo stand that has the instrument tray on there. That way I can get this one dirty without contaminating my pack, okay? I'm going to leave my non-sterile gauze square on there right now because I'm still worried about contact time. I want to prep the area, or I want to protect the area I just prepped. So while that's still sitting on the skin, I'm going to prep my bowls, okay? Take my gloves and set them off to the side for right now. When you're opening up stuff that's in a pouch, okay, we have our steri strip here, right, that has a color change. So I know it's been run through the autoclave and it's good and sterile to use. But there's always the top two corners here that are sealed together. So I'm going to separate those two. I call it popping your corners. And I'm also going to open up this whole top seal. The reason why I open up the whole top seal is because it makes pulling and opening the whole pouch easier. Okay. So I'm just going to go all the way across the top. And then I'm going to have one hand on the blue, one hand on the white. I'm going to peel the blue down and over the edge of the Mayo stand. Open up just like that. Do I touch these bowls in any way? No, right? Because they're sterile and I don't have sterile gloves on, so if I were to touch these, then I contaminate the bowls. Bad news bears, okay? We're gonna pour my liquids in. So one bowl is gonna be your chlorhexidine and your sterile saline. The other one is gonna be your alcohol. It does not matter which bowl has what in it, just make sure that the proper solutions are going together. So chlorhexidine scrub, we wanna maintain about a foot distance from my bowls. And just kind of gauge your periphery as best you can. We make a mess, it's all right. Okay, but then you're gonna get it into your bowl. Since this is a really thick syrup, that's why we kind of mix it with sterile saline to help make it sudsy. So you don't need much of this, but just a little bit to help kind of activate the soap products within the scrub. Oopsie, see, my aim is off too. And then my alcohol, which will go in my other bowl. The alcohol and the sterile saline are very thin, so I just find pouring slow kind of helps minimize splashing, but as you can see, I still make a mess even if I'm pouring slow. Good. Okay. So my bowls are prepped and ready to go. I like to take them and kind of swing them to the side, so that way I have some space on my Mayo stand for me to open glove. But before I put my gloves on, if I haven't taken off my non-sterile gauze square yet, I want to do so now. Okay. I can go into the kick bucket, which is my garbage can down below. My kick bucket also has a ring around the edge, so you can use your foot to grab and move it around. You just want to make sure that you have it in a space where it's easily accessible, because when we have my sterile gloves on, I can't drop below the level of the table, so I need to be able to drop into the bucket easily.